everybody, it's David back at Awesome Autographs and More, here with episode number 268. We are reporting back from the first full day of the National. Went pretty smoothly. Just to kind of give you a little bit of preview of what you're going to see. The National's been kind of interesting this year from an autographs perspective. It's been a little bit more calm than normal, and a lot of people aren't going after the autographs, so there's been many instances of people just handing their tickets that you get with the VIP credentials to anybody. So I have a ton of tickets that came from various sources. Normally I'd have tickets to get maybe, at most maybe a half a dozen cards or whatever from individuals. Every once in a while somebody comes that's, really on my target list, and I might really push to get some extra tickets. But I got so many extra tickets that I had to start turning them away. So anyways, we had 4 signers today. Typical, for those of you who have not ever been to the National and don't know how it works, they typically bring in 2 signers in the morning and 2 in the afternoon for the VIPs. Today we had 3 former Major League Baseball players and 1 former National Hockey League player. So we're going to start out with a baseball player, and this is former White Sox, Cubs, Yankees, and Seattle Mariner, Mr. Steve Trout. And I got a few of these are in penny sleeves, so hopefully they don't glare too badly. Excuse the background, it's a mess. You probably can even see my friend Barry way down in the back. You can wave, Barry. So we have a whole bunch of Steve Trout's trading cards, as well as some of the generic signature cards that I have and I collect. So we have a Yankees card, back to the Cubs, Cubs again, White Sox. We have 2 of these, which he nicely signed. It's hard to see because he signed on the shirt, but it is there in both cases. Now I just got to go get Ron Say to sign on these, and those 2 will be complete. Have a nice little Mariners logo card from Fleer, and here are the autograph cards. We have a generic baseball, a Chicago, White Sox generic card. They can't use the team names on these cards, obviously, because of licensing issues. That's a Cubs one. I think we got 2, New York, the Yankees, Seattle Mariners. When I collect these for players, I try to get one for each of the teams they represent, but sometimes the company hasn't created one, especially if it's a team that's no longer in existence. Like they don't make a card for the Montreal Expos, for example. And those are my Steve Trout acquisitions for today. Next up, we'll go to the hockey player. It's former National Hockey League player, Mr. Jerry Korab. He played for Chicago, Vancouver, Buffalo Sabres, and the Los Angeles Kings. He does not have an actual Chicago trading card, not that I could find anyways. This is Vancouver. Whoops, sorry. We have a couple of Buffalo Sabres cards here. There's LA Kings, and once again the LA Kings got a, let me do these this way, a generic hockey puck card signed by him, and a Chicago card. So at least I have representation for all 4 of his teams. Most players, I try to get a trading card for every team, and then if I do the generic cards, I'll do them for those also. Next up, former Major League Baseball player, Mr. Randy Martz, M-A-R-T-Z. There's a collegiate card of his when he was with South Carolina, or it might be a minor league team. I can't quite tell. Eyesight, as you guys all know, doesn't always work so well for me. But anyways, we have some Cubs cards with him. And we have some generic baseball cards. And if I remember correctly, he played, I don't remember how many years. I want to say it's like 5 or 6, 7, something like that. I really don't remember, but he played just for the White Sox and the Cubs. So a very appropriate player to be at the National while it's in Chicago. But we have a generic baseball here. White Sox, Chicago Cubs card. I love these black cards with the gold writing. I try to get them as often as I can. As a general rule, they make a couple of different baseball-oriented cards, and then they also have a card that's like a bat, the wooden grain of a bat. And so with pitchers, I try to use the baseball cards, and with players who played the field and hit, I use the bat card. Sometimes I just get whatever I get, but most of the time I try to follow. And then the team cards, it's the same no matter what. There's only the one with the baseball in there, so I use those obviously the same for everybody. And our last player today, another former Major League Baseball player, Mr. Mike Squires, who also played just for Chicago, and in his case, it's just the White Sox. He played about, I want to say it was 9 or 10 years with the White Sox. So we have several of his trading cards. Trying to avoid the glare if I can here. Nicely signed by him. And then we have 2 generic cards. One, in this case, the baseball bat, and a Chicago White Sox card. And that is it for today. So thank you for watching, spending the time. Thank the athletes for their autographs, and we will see you tomorrow for the second full day of the National, which will be Friday, July 31st. I think today's the 30th. Take care for now, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.